Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to advance your career in data science and analytics. So maybe you're a data scientist or analyst that's struggling to get recognition, or you're interested in getting promoted, or you're trying to understand how to articulate your value, then this video is for you. So in this video, I'm going to cover scoping, including project roadmaps, building up a portfolio of projects, working on presentations and translations, making connections besides your manager, and especially amongst leadership. And fifth, just being strategic about communications with your manager.
I'm Dr. Christy. I'm a researcher and a data science director, and I help analysts and data scientists take their career to the next level.
Let's get into it. So the first way is scoping. That is a key skill set that you absolutely have to develop and work to get stronger on as you progress through your career. The stronger that skill is and the better you're able to do it, the quicker you're going to be able to accelerate your career. Scoping, which I've talked about a lot in my other videos, it's my favorite thing. It's what has kept me interested in the field for 15 years. So scoping is going from that initial idea where a stakeholder has reached out, they have a problem that they want you to solve, and going through a proposal of how you might solve that problem with analytics and data science. So it might be a model, it might be a dashboard, it might be whatever, but you're kind of working your way backwards. So they have a problem, this is a potential solution that could solve it, this is the type of model that would work for creating that deliverable, this is the data that you would need, these are the hypotheses you'd be able to test, like working your way through a scoping process. And I have other videos that you can watch to go in more detail. But being able to do that is key. And part of it is the more you do it, you're going to have more experience, more learnings, where you know what are the pitfalls, what are the areas where you need to have backup plans to keep things moving forward. You're also going to be able to use it to vet out bad projects. So not every project that comes your way is a good one, and not every project that comes your way is something that you should actually do. So when you have developed a really strong scoping process, you can use it to identify the projects that are likely to be executed and then likely to be successful versus those that are just going to be a waste of time. The second way to advance your career is to build up a portfolio of projects that you've worked on, either at work or in your personal time. And the key is you want these projects to showcase your skills. So suppose at work, which happens a lot, you might just get pigeonholed because you did one project well one time and then you just get stuck with that. So you're like the go-to guy for that one thing and you're not able to branch out into other work. So like other interesting projects come up and it goes to other people because you're fully dedicated to this one thing that you did well. It happens. So what you can do is in your free time, obviously talk to your manager, push to get other types of work and balance it out. I'm happy to make a video about how to do that. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. The other thing is in your free time, you can do projects that will round out your portfolio so that you're illustrating different skill sets. So you want to illustrate proficiency with code, pulling data, cleaning data, dealing with messy data, solutions, innovative, creative solutions you've done, different types of models, different types of deliverables and results and the different solutions. Like you just want to have a wide range of projects that you've worked on that you can say you've done all of these either at work or in your personal time, but they illustrate a well-rounded set of experience and expertise and skills. And along with that, you want to have ROI statements for each of those projects. Whether you can run the project or not, you want to at least propose this is how you would measure and capture ROI and impact, because then it's really clear what your contributions are, what is the impact of your work, and it's going to help you make that case for your acceleration. Hi, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It's really helpful as I'm a brand new channel getting started and it makes a huge impact. Let's get back to the video. So the third thing that's going to help you accelerate your career is working on translations, developing easy translations for technical concepts, especially for non-technical audience. And you can practice this all the time. It's so critical. You could start writing a blog, you could have a YouTube, you could just practice as you're doing presentations, really developing ways that you're going to explain things in a simple, easy to understand way. In one of my other videos, I may try to link it here, but it's ideas for how to use ChatGPT GPT to brainstorm or to help with your projects. One is coming up with translation. So the one I tested was just like, help me explain AUC, like come up with different levels of explanations. And it's really an interesting tool to help you work through that process of figuring out, you want to come up with ways to explain it where it's intuitive, it's easy, it doesn't make them get confused, they don't have hundreds of questions. You can just say it, they get it, and you move on. Because you want to get to a point where they can give you feedback or ask questions. You don't want them to get stuck and get confused. So the better you're able to do that, the quicker your career is going to accelerate. So the fourth one is you want to have connections beyond your manager. So a lot of times people think, okay, if I'm on good terms with my manager, they know what I'm doing, I'm set. The problem is that's not how your career gets accelerated. That's not how promotions happen. It happens at a level that's beyond your manager. It starts with your manager. They have to be on board first, but beyond them, there's a whole lot of other people that need to be involved. And so you want to have leaders that are at the level of your manager, at the level of your manager's manager, and kind of going up. You want to have people be familiar with who you are and familiar specifically with ROI statements associated with your project. Like that's what you're aiming for, is for them to associate you with, oh, that's so-and-so. They did a project that increased, productivity by X%. And you don't want it to stay with just your manager and then your manager has to explain that to everybody. That is helpful, but it has a limited impact. You want that, and in addition, you want other people that are going to be able to say that about you. Once those meetings are happening and those conversations are happening, you want more people than just your manager to talk about you and to be aware and familiar with your work, and that's going to be a criteria needed to get promoted and to accelerate. So as much as you can, make sure that you're keeping open communication with other leaders and keeping them aware of what you're doing. And part of that is like, what reputation are you building and what do you want to be known for? Like you want to be known for certain things. Branding is part of it. You want to be known for certain qualities, and what are the ways that you can build those connections to do it. It doesn't need to be anything so complicated, just things where they can recognize you and associate you with something positive and productive that you did. The fifth is being strategic in your communications with your manager. So part of it is, if you want to get promoted, you're going to have to ask, and you're going to have to approach that in the right way, where you're open to feedback, you're open to learning, but you do want to be clear that this is something that you want. It's very unlikely that it'll just magically happen to you, like work hard and it's just going to magically come. That may happen, but it's unlikely. So you do need to ask for it, and you do need to push for a plan, that at least there's a plan in place for you to go to the next level. And so you want to be frank that you want it. You want to ask about what it would take to get to the next level. You want to create a plan and be able to execute on that. It's also helpful because suppose they're running away from that conversation. You want to know early that they have no intention of promoting you. Like, you don't want to just sit around hoping and waiting. You want to get a sense. And if they seem to be avoiding it and they're pushing it away and they're very vague and very hazy, they don't have any way to help you build a plan of action where you can say, for example, these are the skills I'm going to work on, these are the types of projects I'm going to take on, and if I'm able to do it, then that would set me up, or that would illustrate that I'm ready for the next level. If they can't talk about anything like that with you, then that is a sign that that's not their plan, and it's better if you know that sooner rather than later. So that's it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.